Hey guys, how's it going? So in this video, I would like to talk about the lottery. And the title to this video is, Are State-Run Lotteries Rigged? Now the short answer to that is, I don't know. I can't prove it either way. But I'm going to unpack this discussion a little bit and kind of give a more in-depth analysis of what I think about state-run lotteries. So first off, I want to point out that we just had a big winner here in Chesaning. A friend of mine who is a cashier at the local gas station had sold a $10 Michigan Lottery scratch-off ticket to a customer, and that customer won $500,000, $500,000. Now, I don't know if they've been to Lansing yet to collect their prize, but in any event, congratulations to that winner. And we had a big Powerball winner here in Michigan, too. $842.4 million was sold at Food Castle in Grand Blanc. The winning ticket was sold in Grand Blanc at the Food Castle. Congratulations to that lucky winner. So, I guess it really boils down to this. Is it luck, or does the state, do they have the odds of the outcomes of the numbers fixed to make you lose? And again, like I said, I don't have a definitive answer. I can't say yes or no, so I'm not going to die on any hill whatsoever. But these are just my thoughts. These are just my projections. So as anybody knows, the nature of gambling is one that there are no guarantees. You're taking a risk. The house always wins, but you are in fact taking a risk. And sometimes you win, and most of the time you don't. You lose. But I would like to think that, especially state-run lotteries, although the purpose of a state-run lottery is to generate revenue for the state, I would like to think at some point they offer some kind of integrity to the games being a random luck of the draw outcome. Most of the games here in Michigan are computer-generated games. They are computerized games. They run on algorithms and random number generators. Club Keno being the top game that comes to mind. It's a draw game. They have random numbers every 3.5 minutes. They pick 20 numbers on a pool of 1 to 80, and then after the 20 numbers, they pick an extra 10. And I would like to think at some point that there is some aspect of randomness with the numbers. But at the same time, it's a computer. I mean, there's got to be some kind of a regulation on how much they pay out, because as a lottery does, the idea of the lottery is to pay out little next to nothing and take the most in, because it is meant to generate revenue for the state. And they use this gimmick of, well, it goes to the schools, which I don't believe that for a second. Because, hey, if it went to the schools, why are my taxes so high? Right? But either way, I can't prove, and I've asked the Michigan Lottery, can we come in and see how things are done, especially Club Keno? And they said, well, there's really nothing to see. It's basically a random number generator, that there's really nothing to see. It's just a computer. Well, I'm sure there's much more to it than that. I would almost think that there is. I mean, it's a statewide, all the numbers are the same statewide. The results are the same statewide. I know at some point, or maybe every draw, or, every draw every day, they've got winners. I would think they do. But, provided that these games are meant to generate revenue for the state, my guess, especially with Club Keno, is that it's an algorithm that will generate the numbers that are the least amount played to take in the most amount of money, because it is a revenue generating system. Now, if you play it and happen to win, good for you. You were in the right place at the right time. Obviously, your numbers came in. Great. But most of the time, I think there's like a, what do they call that? Like I don't want to say insurance, but there's only so much they can pay out at a time. So that way the lottery doesn't go bankrupt, which they're never going to go bankrupt. But But it is a question for the ages. I wonder that a lot of the time. Like, is it really as random as they say it is? Because it seems like every time I play it, I'm always one number off. They pick above my number, beneath my number, or next to the numbers I play. It doesn't seem very random to me. Those numbers seem like they're, like it's a fixed outcome. Because if it was really random, it wouldn't be so difficult to win. So I guess the point that I'm trying to make is that I'm in a conundrum here because I can't answer yes, the lottery is truly random, and I can't say no, it's really not random. I go by what I perceive when I see the results of the numbers. Now, I've won on Club Keno. I've won $410 quite a few times because there are 5 numbers that I play a specific set of numbers, and I've won $410 quite a bit. Not lately. I haven't won $410 in over a year. It's been well over a year. And so I question these things a lot. And I'm sure many other people do. I mean, I've seen the videos here on YouTube where, guys are actually whining, bitching, belly aching, complaining because, well, how is it that there's all these tickets sold, across America and there's only one ticket with a winning combination, which I understand the frustration. Trust me, I do. But at the same time, when they tell you your odds of being struck by lightning are better than winning the Powerball, I think I would have to take them at their word because it is so incredibly difficult to even win just a couple dollars or $1 or whatever the prize amounts are. I don't play Powerball and Mega Millions. I haven't played those in quite a long time. I don't know what changes they've made to these games, but I do know that it's incredibly hard to win anything. You're lucky to get away with $1 or a couple bucks here and there. It's really hard to win. But with a state-run lottery, again, these lotteries are set up to generate revenue for the state. I don't like the idea that they say that, so much, millions of dollars go to the schools, billions of dollars. Now, the Michigan lottery the lottery, the inception was in 1972. So it's been 52 years. And they say billions have been sent to the schools, or so they say. These schools should not shut down. These schools should never close. Never. If you generated billions of dollars to the schools over a 52-year time span, not a single school should be closed. And there's no reason that our property taxes should be as high as they are, if in fact lottery proceeds go to the schools. But that's not the case either, because they also have to pay, when they take in money, say from Club Keno, because the drawings are every 3.5 minutes, so that's instant cash for the state. That money has to go towards jackpot wins for other players. It's got to go to commissions for lottery retailers. It's got to go to the overhang of lottery operations, the electricity to run the equipment. And, it's divided up. And it has to go to the employees, the people who are being paid by the state. They get paid salaries, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure they do. They're state workers. So there's a lot that goes into it. It's not just it's not a simpleton system. I mean, the money gets divided up, obviously. They got to have money to keep it going. But at the same time, I don't buy into this concept that billions of dollars are being sent to the schools. I just don't buy into that gimmick. That is just one way to get people to play. And again, if billions of dollars are being sent to the schools, not a single school should close. These schools should be sitting on gold mines. They should be renovated. And it shouldn't be at the expense of the taxpayer if all the lottery, profits are being generated to the schools, or maybe not 100% of lottery profits, because they never give a really, give a percentage. They just say the profits go to the schools, which I'm not buying that for a second, unless I see the books, actual evidence, because the state, they got to hire accountants or pay accountants to balance out the budget for the state, and that includes the Michigan lottery, because the lottery is tied in with the Treasury Department, You know, it's the system. It's, you know, they're all tied in together. You know, like ears, nose, and throat. It's all together. Bad analogy, I know. That sucked. That was not good. But anyway, you get the idea. And I like this idea. If the jackpot is $900 million, why not let 900 people win $1 million each? Make it fair. Even it out. Let 900 people win $1 million each, or whatever the jackpot is. If the jackpot is $1 billion, you know, same thing, divide it up. I wish I had a definitive answer, but I don't. It's just a lot of conspiracy. It's a lot of skepticism. I even have gone ahead to say that the lottery is legal theft, where, you know, you're betting money and they're taking it. You know, I mean, it's kind of like legal money laundering, I guess, in some ways. But it's not money laundering because it's a state, and, you know, state government or whatever, they do what they want, but that's a discussion for another video. I have my skepticism and my thoughts and opinions about the state lottery, but I would love to read some of your comments and to get some of your ideas on what you think about state-run lotteries. Are they rigged, or are they truly random? Let me know what you think in the comments. I'll check them out. Thanks, guys.